breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page life is about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation pride.
All right, what's up? Perfect ending. Howard the Duck. Look at that, Shelley. The infamous Howard. Oh, look, it's a duck. That was when you had too much storm chasing for the day. We ended calling pelicans ducks. Everybody was in the chat going, Mike, that's not a duck. That's a pelican. Like I wouldn't know. I live here in Florida, right? So good morning, everybody. What's up? This is a Daily Brew. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Doing what you do. Whatever you do. Had to put my Rays shirt on today. The Rays, we were there Saturday. Man, they are hot right now. So keep the streak going. Playing Boston tonight. Had a great Easter. Hope you had a great Easter Sunday. We had 3 different stops to go to. My folks, Julie's, and then ultimately our cousins. We watched the Westminster Dog Show, and there was a Winston, looked just like Louis, got second place. We were cheering him on. I'm like, Louis could do that. Louis would be better. So anyway. All right, this is our Daily Brew. It's where we get together, talk about weather. We'll say hi for a few minutes, and we'll get right into it. Got a little bit to chit-chat about. Still watching Golf Low Juice. Rains are trending lower, though, for the Florida Peninsula, as our low is now scooting a little more north, middle Gulf. So I'll get into all that. What's up, Miss Katie Haley? What's up, Chris? What's up, Tom? Eric? Loretta Reed? What's up? Morning. We're streaming live on YouTube over there. Mr. Richard, Dadman Walking, Miguel, Heather Riley, Sam Resnick from Point Verge, Florida, CB from Bronson, Jeff from Louisiana. That was my Louisiana footage there. We're chasing Zeta, was it? I can't remember all these storms I've been in. Frost in eastern North Carolina tonight. Unbelievable, Cliff. What's up, Miss Lori Rye? Thinking about Bermuda today, Miss Lori. It was storming over your way, it looked like, this morning. It was, you got that tail end of the front. Met my good buddy Shay Gibson last night at Chili's. Had a good time when you reshared it, if you didn't see it. So yeah, we'll be live for Monday, Wednesday, Friday. May 15th, we start going live every single day. It was Zeta. That's right. That's Delta. Phil and I flew up for Delta. I went up to Zeta by myself. Kenny Carter, what's up? First tropical storm day for you. We'll see. But yeah, it's our Daily Brew. Brought to you by our great friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits here in sunny Florida. Rain-free for Florida. The only water you're going to get in Florida is visit your ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Because there ain't no water falling from the sky. There is a little bit here and there. But I think our backyard lake is the lowest I've ever seen it. Ooh, man, we need some rain bad. It is low. Lakes are going dry. What's up, buddy? You gonna say goodbye to everybody? Say bye-bye. All right, we'll show Hunter on Wednesday. Say bye-bye, Louie. Bye-bye. Oh, man, so it's going to be a long week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then it'll be the weekend again. So you guys can, we'll be hanging it out, hanging together here this week, watching our little golf low. So, Harold, it was a good race yesterday. All right, so tropical outlook. Let's take a look at this real quick. Say a few more hellos. Let's just leave this up right now. Everybody take a sip of coffee. No tropics brewing. We have a big high pressure over top of the U.S. I'm going to go into all the weather here. What's happening? No storms on the horizon. As far as big old jet stream tornado storm weather. Luckily, that took a break. We had back-to-back storms out there. Yeah, Louie's taking a nap. Everybody's saying bye. What's up, Miss Vicky Hill? Oh, golly, got some rain. Yeah, well, the east coast of Florida is definitely getting more rain than the west coast. Tom had a half an inch on Saturday. That's quite a bit. We had a little bit of raindrops Sunday, but nothing big. Nothing big at all. All right, let's get rolling and rocking. Furman had a great dream hack out west. Seeing pictures from my buddy Jason out there. Oh, Loretta Reed, your badge is gone. I don't know. These badges come and go. I can't figure them out half the time. All right, so I've been teasing a lot about this tropical low possibly coming from our dangling old cold front. Yes. There was enough chatter about it from everybody. So I didn't feel like I was overhyping. I always do. Hey, what's up, Shay? Yeah, we were just talking about you. Good to catch up. I got my weather flow. I opened up my wind meter today, by the way, and checked it out. One is an app, it looks like. The other one's not. I'm kind of excited because it shows humidity and dew point, too. Tom's watching on YouTube, chatting on Facebook. Well, how about that, man? All right, so we're going to get into it. This is Florida Radar. Hey, don't forget, too, if you guys are in where I live, West Central Florida, we got a great new partner this year, Done Right Roofing. Give them a shout. Great company here in Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Pasco. Love to have some local support. Getting into that stormy season, hail season upon us soon. We got incoming rains now. Pretty heavy rains right now rolling in off the Atlantic. You can see it right here, right? Current radar. Down the Bahamas. It's going to be a wet, nasty couple days for down in the Bahamas. Rain chances are up throughout the state. Now, not heavy rain, but rain. Rain is rain. So that's the current radar. What it looks like here, it's pretty neat. Frontal boundary, you can see it. Let's see if we can look at it. Let's see, what are we going to look at? Let's take a look at it via satellite here. Let's see if we can just get a really good shot of what's going on here. Oh, no, poor me. Let's try this one here. You can kind of see it right here. Maybe kind of see it. So we have a frontal line. This might be a good picture kind of showing what's going on. All right, kind of hard to make out. What is hard to make out? Here's the U.S. I'll draw it in for you. Look at that. I took art in school. So this old frontal line, check it out. This is a big old frontal line. It's just hanging out. So We have something called PWAT values. Moisture in the atmosphere is a little high right now in the southeast. So this frontal line is going to angle and dangle for a few days. And it's got a chance that it's going to stall out here in the upper Gulf and become a low pressure. Now, usually this time of year, a little early. But early season tropics always start from old dangling fronts, either on the east coast here over this area, like here's Bermuda right now, see, little low pressure area, or in the Gulf, or down here. So these old fronts come down, they end up dangling and leave behind little low pressure areas, and that's how things get spinning up. And you can see the wind directions already happening here. This is how there's a lot of wind shear right now, but you can see basically by looking at the winds, it's fascinating. This is what we see in the intertropics convergence zone in the season. This line here is a frontal line. Usually this line, you see this exact same setup here in the peak season months where we have winds from the south and winds from the north converging there, and you get spin-ups. But this is a frontal line. It's really cool to see. And look at that. We got little spinners. You got wind coming up, and you got wind coming down, and guess what? It's like a little top. And I got Shelly's tops. She always sends me our little toys. So it's a top. The winds from the north come in, and the winds from the south come in, and guess what? Little low pressure areas get going and spinning. So believe it or not, we got a little purple dot on this map. My buddy Bobby Storm, I text her on Twitter. First color of the season. We got a little dot. Doesn't mean anything. Just means the tropics are slowly waking up. Slowly waking up. What's up, Eric? How about them Rays, man? Mary Carroll had 5 cups last night. Bruno from Panama City. Panama. I'll be up there twice this next coming weeks. Can't wait. I like Panama City Beach. Love the mayor there, Mr. Mark. All right, so anyway, there's that. Tropics, blah, 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 blah. Nothing really going on. But Bermuda's getting some action right now. As we mentioned, in that frontal line is just south of Bermuda. All right, so coming up during the week, though, we definitely have signs of a weak low pressure area. Originally, remember last week, this thing was maybe going to be a little closer to the coast here, Florida. Now it's setting up more here. So things definitely trend. Latest Euro here showing you how it bubbles up. So high pressure to the north and to the east allows this little baby bump. And look, it just slowly comes up. Now this is going to start Wednesday. So upper Gulf, we could have some sneaky little storms rolling in starting Wednesday. There's our low pressure center. Not really organized, obviously, but definitely spiraling in some storms starting Wednesday. A lot of this moisture is going to be fed from leftover front here, too. So not only do we have a low pressure setting up, we saw this frontal line aiding in the juice. Like corn. It's got the juice. So if you're living along the upper Gulf Coast, this is really the only action this week. This is Wednesday afternoon. And we're going to see what it does. Could be a weak little low pressure system, you know. Not enough time maybe to organize. There was a lot of chit chat about it being subtropical. Needs a little more time over water. But this is overnight, Wednesday into Thursday, 1007. It's going to be windy. Flip on the old wind map here, you can definitely see it. So if you're living along the upper Gulf Coast, a couple things. We're going to have the wind rolling in across the upper Gulf. So, you know, east of wherever this thing sits up at, New Orleans eastward. We're going to see a lot of wind, a lot of waves. Definitely not a good boating day on Wednesday and Tuesday, probably. Midweek. So there's the heavy winds rolling into Biloxi, New Orleans, Wednesday. But also, because this thing's attached to that old front, we're going to see a lot of wind and waves rolling in to the Florida East Coast. And there you go. So it's going to be windy Wednesday, Thursday. There'll be a lot of surf. Surf's up, dude. And the East Coast is going to have higher than normal winds Wednesday, Thursday. So there's our low. We'll see what it does. Definitely going to have a little tropical spinach to it. Thursday, as our low pulls out, this front is going to tag along. Like, don't forget about me. So Thursday still is the big day for rain across Florida. Now we're going to have increased rain the next 3 days. We're going to have that flow in off the Atlantic. A lot of tropical juice out there. A lot of frontal line juice. It's going to be hot. Afternoon thunderstorms. So the rain chances are up. Thursday's the big day, though, if we're going to get anything storm-wise, because our front's going to be tagging along this low-pressure system here, and this will be the day that the peninsula could get their heaviest rain if they're going to get any. So totals have came down, unfortunately, for Florida. At one time, we were looking at several inches. This is the GFS Thursday. So, very weak low-pressure system on the GFS. But the important thing to show on this is the same thing the Euro showing. And this is Thursday. A lot of, wherever the low is here, lots of leftover front coming up into the state. So Thursday is going to be wet, regardless of storm. But it'll be tricky Thursday. Could be some storms. Let's take a look at tropical tidbits. So, like I always say, always officially look at the NHC first. And as long as they don't have a yellow crayon, you're good to go. Remember, this is going to be 5-day map, now 7-day map for the season. One thing I like about the Rays game, man, they got $10 tickets. And you know what? The games are shorter now. That means less stuff to buy. If you know what I mean. Less concession stand visits. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at tropical tidbits. Again, weak low pressure system is setting up. That's the only thing in town this week. We're going to have increased rain chances across the south. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This front's going to dangle. So we're going to have just incoming rains, heavier on the East Coast and the West Coast. So your East Coast rain chances are definitely higher the next 3 days. But there's your GFS, just a blob of rain coming up Wednesday and Thursday. And then Thursday, all this frontal line gets pulled up around that high pressure system. So again, weak low, nothing showing too organized. Doubtful this is going to be Arlene. Never know though. Temperatures are just close enough that it could try some sneaky last second spinach. But I did read a stat. There has never been a named storm in April in the Gulf. We've had them out here in the Atlantic, not in the Gulf. So very, very unlikely in April. May is very common, not April. But it's cool to see this thing consistently showing. Like I said, the only trend that we're seeing is the low, because this high pressure is strong. Could be a sign of the season too. High pressure is stronger now than it was last week, and that's keeping our low pressure more towards center Gulf than it was before. This high was going to back out and our low was going to come up a little bit more here, but now it looks like it's definitely pinpointing the upper Gulf than it did last week, which means a little less rain chances. All this moisture to the east that we were talking about getting sheared and blown really doesn't make its way into Florida like we thought. Just a little shift west, and we need the rain, man. All right, the Icon model, which I love. Weak systems, it does a really good job. Kind of showing you that same thing. Here's Wednesday, weak low pressure. And then Thursday, the tail of the front, or the front tags along, and there's all your rain on Thursday. So, and then the Canadian model, about the same. They're all doing the same thing, weak low pressure system. But hey, it's the first sign the tropics are waking up. We can finally talk about something other than a cold front. Well, it is kind of a cold front. It's decaying tail of a cold front. Still kind of fun to watch. All right. Let's look at the UK model real quick. UK model. Forgot about it 2 years ago. Last year, it snuck in back as a pretty decent little model again. Used to be a really good model. But it's just basically showing you the same thing. It's a little bit more centered over New Orleans. So a lot of wind shear still showing. But it's a good model. Kind of shows you exactly what is going to happen as far as the skewed rains. You know, center here, all the rains getting blown off to the east because there's going to be a lot of wind shear coming in. Totals. Let's take a look at some totals. Let's look at European totals for rain for the southeast. If you wonder what that noise is in the background, it's Hunter. I had to tell you about my epic fail. Oh, God, there's almost no rain. This is through Friday. Oh, God, the Euro. I'll tell you my shrimp boil story. Anyway, so rainfall again backed off a little bit. We're still going to see isolated few inches of rain in spots with that front dangling Thursday, but the heaviest rain's obviously wherever this thing decides to go north. So that means a lot of rain for Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama there across the upper Gulf. And I'm sure the Florida tip of Florida will get some heavy rain. Here's GFS totals. East Coast really heavy. This is more the Thursday rains that are coming in off the Atlantic. And they don't quite make it across the state. So the East Coast definitely getting more rain than the West Coast. Storm Prediction Center not showing much. Here's the 5-day rain map. You can kind of get an idea too what's cooking. But heaviest rain on the Florida East Coast side. This is from to the front line tagging along. But sorry, man, West Central Florida. Did we get a new drought map, or that was last week? I can't remember. They do it weekly. I don't know if we got a new one. April 6th. That might have been the same one. But anyway, we need rain. And it doesn't look like we're going to get much. Maybe an inch widespread. So, still, inch ain't bad. But not the 3 or 4 that we were showing the other day. Not a shrimp injury. Joe Harrison, yeah, I saw there's new Buc-ee's coming. That's pretty cool. What's up, Mr. Pablo? Early start to rain season, Mike? Possibly. Don't walk on shrimp. All right. Thought this was a decent map to share this morning. This one right here. This is your temperature anomaly map, and it's on tropicaltidbits.com. Texted Levi the other day, and everything's all set for another season. He's ready to go. I'm ready to go. We love sharing his stuff and promoting Tropical Tidbits. I remember Levi at Weather Underground days, and I think I remember when he first put his first page together years ago. It was such a needed item in our storm industry for hurricane model data. A lot of this stuff was so hard to find, but he provided some amazing stuff for us. And then he got the Euro. Remember, he didn't have the Euro for a while, and then he got the Euro and all that good stuff. This is a temperature anomaly map, though. It kind of shows you tomorrow. It really, Harold tell us, right, Harold? A lot of heat. This is like temperature from normal 30-year averages. And we're talking 8 to 10 to 12, 15 degrees above normal up north. High pressure is locked in. Big old high pressure system. But look at the south, below normal by a few degrees. Not a lot, but it's cool this morning. It was in the 60s out there. You probably felt it. It was chilly yesterday. It was nice for the Rays game. It was you're from Florida when it's 78 degrees out and you're chilly. So, what's up, Tamara, Miss Spinach? We got spinach coming. Promise. What's up, Katie? Jenny Reeves. I love Forrest Gump. So when I see Jenny, I think of Forrest Gump. So anyway, just a little tidbit there. It's a little cooler than normal. We got a big high pressure locked in over top of us here across the U.S. Here's this great map right here. Look at that. Much above temperatures the next few days. Red way above normal. Look at this green. Heavy rain. This week. Look who it's missing. West Central Florida South, but it's East Coast heavy, so I'm feeling we're going to get some sneaky rains. A couple inches, man, would be great for most of the state. Just not close enough to get like the actual core of our low. But it'll be fun to watch, like I said, talked about it Friday. Our blob season began in April a couple years ago. And, there's a tremendous amount of wind shear. You can see this map right here. Look at all these clouds. So everything that tries to grow, everything gets kind of pushed off to the east here. And this is some convection trying to fire attached to that front right now. But you can just see a tremendous amount of wind shear across the Gulf right now. And there's ways you can look at wind shear. I have this cool map here. I don't even know whose it is. But this shows you wind shear map. Levi's got a great way to look at it too. You got to look at I don't know if it's on here or not. Yeah, there's wind shear. There's wind shear, just showing you red is like great. This is all part of that subtropical jet coming out of the Pacific. But this is a lot of wind shear. Talked a lot about this wind shear last week, so pretty much squashing any chance of organized development, but wind shear will be definitely blowing moisture off to the east if it forms. Lower level though, that's upper level winds. So lower level winds are coming in from the east with our cold front, and you can see that currently right now with the winds. So it's kind of odd. Your lower level winds are going underneath the upper level winds. That's your lower level winds. That's why all the storms are coming in off the Atlantic. Lower level winds, lower level clouds. But high cloud tops will get blown off to the east. So that's your lower level winds. Pretty cool, right? And you go back to this map, you can see it. You can faintly see some clouds going to the west, and you can see these clouds going off to the east. These are lower level winds, upper level winds. And I got all kinds of tropical links like that. You can see that, but I ain't gonna worry about it right now. So, hey, Eric, you hat look good, man. Who's your favorite player right now in race? I kind of like Rosarina, man. I love his attitude. Last year, he was wearing cowboy boots. He threw a ball last year. I'll never forget. He was in right field. We were literally in center field, and he pointed to me and threw that ball. I don't know how I caught it. It must have been the Miller Lite. I reached out there and caught that ball, and it was like, I don't know how he threw that thing, man. It was like, then he threw it. Rocket. It's like, yeah. Tom, yeah, some of that is a subtropical jet from the Enzo, correct. That's kind of, me and Shay talked about that a lot last night. This subtropical jet stream is a product of Enzo and going into El Nino, and we just get a lot of wind shear that sets up. And sometimes this is going to control the weather into fall and winter for the southeast, especially Florida. So that subtropical jet stream, polar jet stream's non-existent right now. That's why we don't have any big bad storms coming right now. I have some really cool maps here. Jet stream emanation. This is a really neat one. Kind of shows you. It's a little hard to follow, but it gives you big picture at least of what's going on. This is another one. Forecast. I like this one. This is on ElDoradoWeather.com, but it's kind of neat, right? It shows you the main jet north, subtropical jet down south. Had some NASA guys years ago, I'll never forget, 10 plus years ago, emailed me, and they wanted me to add that jet stream map on the site. And I didn't even understand what they were talking about at the time. They're like, old school weather forecasters, the jet stream controls all weather. And it took me just a couple years ago to really understand what that meant. And it's true. So true. The jet stream is everything. And here we are. Oh, man. So what can we talk about? Anything else? I got a package in the mail I'm excited about. I'm going to open it on Wednesday. I got one. Well, I'm going to do it now. Hang on. I got to show you. I didn't open it. But it's from Spring. I ordered shirts. I don't remember what I ordered. I hope it's the peach one. I knew I'd look good in pink. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe, what size is this? Did I order one for Emily? Or is this mine? I don't know what size this is. Hang on a minute before I get too excited. Oh, it's 2X. Okay, cool. Look, that's my boating shirt. Hot pink. Oh, I love it. I knew I ordered a pink one. I don't think I ever wore a pink shirt. It's a good boating shirt. Tropical. Pink and peach. Shelly, I got to figure out a way to make you stop buying shirts. Send me a tab. An unboxing. That was all you got. So, anyway, all right. Any more questions? Melissa, come on now. I talk about all areas. I know I do. Look. I posted this today from National Weather Service. That's not Florida. That was a good graphic that National Weather Service New Orleans put out about the winds. There's our graphic. That's not Florida. That's not Florida. Oh, there's my Easter Bunny picture. Did y'all like that one? That wasn't real, by the way. I photoshopped that years ago. But Sarah's face is priceless. There's Louie. I love looking up old Easter pictures. All right, so anyway, back to the tropics. So, nothing's showing up as anything going to organize. National Weather Service not coloring it. We got a lot of wind shear. But, like I said, this was an interesting graphic I shared earlier as far as possible wind gusts. No, that's not wind gusts. What the hell? Those are percentages. That's what I thought. 60 mile an hour. That ain't right. Somebody posted that. I'm like, that's not wind. It's probability of rain. That's deceiving. I was like, no, I got 60. That's why I did the next graphic. Because I didn't see 60-mile-an-hour winds. It looks like 40, 50 maybe Wednesday afternoon. And that's the Euro being aggressive. So still, Wednesday's definitely the windy day. So, Euro's always a little more aggressive on wind gusts than other models, but you can see 40s across the area on Wednesday. And the East Coast. I mean, the East Coast is still kind of recovering from the cold, so, we'll see what the beaches do over there. Nothing too awfully bad, but still, they're going to have some incoming winds on the East Coast to watch Wednesday for sure. So, Port St. Lucie 32. So, these are gusts. So, that'll be, interesting to see if there's any what kind of beach action we get on the East Coast of Florida. Kathy got a pink shirt. So, a Gulf low, is a Gulf low. The only thing we could see some storms, definitely. Storm Prediction Center not showing any type of storms to worry about. Here's Wednesday. Normal thunderstorms here, green, nothing dark green. Isolated thunderstorms. They'll be talking about it. Upper low will likely be over Texas, Louisiana Wednesday morning. Low level moisture, immediate Gulf Coast, Florida. Isolated thunderstorms possible through the day on Wednesday. Thursday will be the day it's kind of interesting. We'll see exactly what storms we get here across the South. It'll feel a little tropical. 100% it's going to feel a little tropical. Here's Wednesday. These storms are going to start building out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Here you got some weak low spinach here on Wednesday morning. Some of these are going to start reaching the upper Gulf Coast here Wednesday morning. And, some of these are going to be down in South Florida still. Rain chances the next few days are going to be high because we have incoming rains and storms off the old lingering front. But Wednesday we can see some action down the Keys Wednesday morning. This all makes sense. Storms across Wednesday afternoon, spreading a little more north Wednesday night. And these will be tropical feeder bands. They'll be kind of feeling a little tropical-ish. Not going to be your normal storms that are incoming from the northeast or northwest frontal lines. It'll be actually feeder bands coming in off of the Gulf. So some of these could be a little strong for sure. The water temperatures are upper 70s. So definitely it's going to feel tropical in April. And then on Thursday, we'll see what kind of action we get. We have widespread action. This is Thursday night. So just a plethora. Our low weekends, but we could still see Thursday action incoming here across the state. Quite a bit, all the way up into Georgia. As our low smack down right there. So like I said, Wednesday, Thursday, still everything's the same. It's just, I think the only difference of anything is the rainfall totals are less than what they were last week. But I'm not giving up on a little more than what the models are showing because of the Gulf being a little warmer right now than average. Temperatures are already in the 80s in the middle Gulf. So this will be, this is one thing that could really bring some blobby, squally weather that the models aren't picking up on because we're going to have hot water. Surface temperatures are 80, 81, 82. What the heck's going on there? What is this? I just got... What the hell is this? What? Got a bunch of weird notices. I don't know what that was. Phone just went wacky. Anyway. So temperature, well, I don't see 82 actually. Well, we got 81, 81.1. So anyway, so this is the only thing that's got my curiosity here is that the temperatures in the Gulf are a little warmer than normal. They're running 4, 5, 6 degrees above normal. So I'm still watching for some sneaky blob action here on Wednesday as this thing gets over top of this water. So all that really means is stronger thunderstorms upcoming to the upper Gulf possible Wednesday. So I can't say I'm excited. Some people get mad at me, but I kind of am excited to watch. I'm a weather geek. What can I say? I'm a weather geek. All right, that's about it. We got all kinds of cool maps here. Oh, hell, half of these things are actually. All right, let's leave it on the page and say hello. It's a new car. It's the Storm Chaser car warranty call. He's got all these messages that came out of nowhere. Oh. All right, so Riptide high surf for Port St. Lucie was Mr. James Fort. Yes, you got some strong winds rolling in off of the Atlantic. Jeremy's going first Rays game. Good for you, bud. Have fun, man. It's a good time. They're going to lose eventually. It's inevitable. Lisa, good morning. What's up? Oh, appreciate that. See you, Dad Man Walking. Have a good day. Storm Chaser call warranty, Tom. What's up, Miss Trish? What's up, Bonnie? What's up, R.E. Riggs? Humid weather is coming back. Yeah, let's check out the dew points right now. Dew points are definitely... So let's look at the PWatt. Let's take a look at some dew points and stuff. So yeah, the moisture's in the air for sure. Let's just look at the OH. We can look at the Gulf Coast here and look at... We got dew points. Oh, we got dew point and humidity we'll look at. So dew point, this is why it's cool. So the dew points really across Florida are below 70. Dew points in the 40s for the upper Gulf Coast. This makes it feel really chilly out there. So the dew points are in the 40s for Panhandle and Mississippi, Alabama. They're staying in the 50s for Louisiana. Humidity is up a little bit in the 60s and 70s. It definitely increases tonight here afternoon. 80s, upper 80s. So you can see that moisture, dark green. So humidity is definitely in the 80s and 90% range tonight. Bringing up those rain chances a little bit. What other cool stuff can we look at here? I don't think Wednesday... I don't know if we can go out that far yet. Let's see. We can go to Wednesday. 48 hours. Yeah, you can kind of start to see it. So this is kind of neat. Look at on the H wharf or the HRR. You see a little spinach, right? See that little spinach down there? Little HRR spinach. This is Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. This is only goes out 48 hours yet. It's a high resolution model. I love it. But this is Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. To kind of give you an idea what where our little low is going to be Wednesday morning. But this will all be spinning in some action for the upper Gulf Coast here Wednesday morning for lower Florida too. So that low kind of picks up our old front, brings it up in all that juice. So, don't get disappointed. Look at those rain totals. There's going to be a lot of isolated areas. I have a feeling they get a little bit more. You add in daytime heating, these afternoon thunderstorms will definitely kick in a little bit of. I wonder if we get any hail numbers though. Let's see if we kind of got any hail parameters, because now that we got, it might be. I don't think it's going to be cold enough up top, but let's see if there's any. I think we got a hail marker. Thought we did. Smoke. Tony Stewart. Surface hail. Nah. It's not far enough out yet. It would have to be Wednesday or Thursday. It's probably not cold enough. Aloft. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up here. What's up, Ian Campbell? How's Jamaica? You getting some rain down there? Yeah. So is this front down there? No, it's not down there yet. But let's take a look for our buddy Ian. No tropical waves yet for you yet down there. You're just getting some normal stuff. There was a bunch of Puerto Rico over the weekend. I did see they had a little bit of upper wave action that brought some rains to Puerto Rico. These tropical waves are starting to get a little juicy out here. You can see them. I mean, if we do enter a El Nino pattern, this area right here gets a lot of wind shear. So sometimes these tropical waves get squashed. Typically. But it also leaves homegrown action very possible that we saw in 2018. And Florence did this in 2018. Went around all that shear during an El Nino year. So, okay. Miss Devon, you are in Nassau? Cool. Is it vacation? A little windy. It's a little wet down there, isn't it? Not bad, hopefully. Kind of spotty. Spotty rains. Traveling from Georgia to Cocoa tomorrow. Laura looks fine. It's going to be isolated rains. Just coming in off the Atlantic. Nothing like too stormy. Oh, Lori's coming to Tampa to party tomorrow. What's up with that? Jim, great question. Seaweed. Definitely, I got to find that link. I put it in last week's chat like I said I would. But it's definitely affecting a lot of areas in the Keys and South Florida already. And no idea what it means for hurricane season, to tell you the truth. I don't know what it means. Does it make the water darker, thus allowing more heat? But does it blanket the Gulf and allow the water to stay cool below? So I don't know. You're welcome, Laura, England. Appreciate that. Peggy's chilly in Hudson. I knew it. Sahara dust, Ian. Yes. Always heavy the first part of the year. Always. We've already had a couple big plumes roll out. Very common early season. Very common. In fact, I think I got a satellite imagery of Saharan dust. Kind of see some already out there. But yeah, it's always heavy early season. But let's see for you, because you guys definitely get it more than we do. I gotta remember where it's all at. Cam's dust or NASA dust. I can't remember which one I like better. So our 10-day dust forecast is rolling. There's a big plume coming. It might make it to the Caribbean, maybe. In 10 days. It stretches out to April 20th. A lot of winds down there this time of year, kind of helping in the mid-levels. So there's your 500 millibar winds. So as long as we have some strong winds still blowing here, it kind of helps block some of that dust from making its way too far. But always seems like the sow concentration is heavy early part of the season. In fact, it cools down the water and becomes a talking point because the Atlantic does start out a little cooler sometimes every year. It seems like because we have heavy dust outbreaks, and that actually acts like a blanket and blocks the sun a little bit and allows the Atlantic to stay a little cooler. But does not take long at all for it to warm back up. So it's going to be really interesting to watch the evolution of our low. Look, we got a lot of lightning down here. This could maybe be the tail of the core getting going here. This is lightning map. Anytime you get lightning, it usually means storms are developing a little bit. You know, you ever notice in the thunderstorm, like, you know, you always get that first big crack of lightning, thunder and lightning right on a developing thunderstorm. It's that first one kind of says, hey, it's on. So that is right here. You can see it. Let's zoom in on it a little bit. This could be the beginning of our Gulf low. Come back later for the beginning of the Gulf low. The Gulf low. Right there. There it is. In its baby stages. The Gulf low. Let's take a look at some animation here. All right, we'll just leave that up. We're getting a lot of lightning down there. A lot of wind shear though, but it's over warm water. It's over that loop current currently that's got a lot of 80-degree water. So we'll keep an eye on that. That's my focal point for the day. Harold, I would not touch that seaweed. I heard it doesn't smell really good. What's up, Laura? I didn't see your question. Good morning, Marie Sophia. So yeah, we got some stuff to talk about, right? Look ahead. So we got a couple fun things going on. I'm going down to the Governor's Hurricane Conference, May 10th and 11th. I'll be there for 2 days. Doing the Hurricane Expo April 22nd at Madeira Beach, which is Pinellas County, and our big one here in Oldsmar is May the 6th, Saturday, 10 to noon. Our good friends at Furman Power Equipment are donating a generator for that again. So we're going to have a nice little display set up from Furman. And you can win a free generator by being in attendance. We reached out to our friends at Done Right Roofing there. They might come by maybe with a vendor table for the Hurricane Expo here in Oldsmar. So, yeah. Oh, I answered it. All right, Laura. Yep. Yeah, you're going to have coastal rains the next several days coming in from the Atlantic. Yeah, May is busy, Shelly. Then the end of May, we're going to the Gulf Jam for 4 or 5 days. You know what that means. But we're not camping. As long as we're not camping, the tropics will behave themselves. And I got my new shirt. I'm excited. Gilbert, hey, good question. Rainfall. Well, let's take a look. So south. So southern Florida going to get a lot because we got that tail of the front rolling towards you. Well, let's look at accumulated rain here for you. We'll see official rainfall estimates. Because it's going to be an inflow of rain. let's look at 24-hour first. So even today, for example, you might get a couple inches. I mean, the next several days, you could probably get a good, you could get some inch or two, isolated thunderstorms almost any time, coming in off of that Atlantic. So total rainfall coming in at, drum roll, come on. It's trying. Hadn't loaded yet. Let's look at 6Z. Be about the same. All right, so there you go. This is totals through Thursday. Let's go through Friday morning. So there you go. Anything red's 2 inches. So this is rainfall through Friday morning. And we could, a couple inches plus all along the Florida East Coast down through the Keys. Quite a bit here for southeast Florida. West Central Florida. Eesh. Not looking good. Thought we were going to get a little more on that, but we're not. So let's take a look at total rainfall for the core of the system where it decides to actually go. And we'll see 6Z. And there we go. So we can still see some areas here. This is everything through Friday morning. How about that? Cool. Who's cruising with us? Come on, Tom. Wait and see, right, Shelly Ross? All right, we're going to wrap it up, I reckon. It's been almost an hour. Hey, if you haven't seen it yet, I posted it just a couple times, but I do have a link here for my buddy Shay. He works with Weather Tempest here, Weather Flow, and I absolutely love my weather station. There's a 10% discount they give everybody following that link here, but having a lot of fun with my weather station. I just love it to death. So if you're in the market, everybody always asks me. It seems like the number one question. So yeah, so far, man, so good. Then they sent me this shirt. I can't wait to wear it. Weather Geek. I got to show that one off on Wednesday. But anyway, 10%, man, it's great. If you got a gift coming up, you might want to give somebody. I usually don't pump products, but I do love it. And like I said, people ask me that question all the time. What weather station I like. So there it is. Cool. All right. Well, hey, we're going to keep an eye on this Gulf low, and we'll see what it does over those warm, the warm loop eddy out there in the Gulf. 80 degrees. Might see some surprise little blob and spinach. We'll be tracking blobs and spinach here in a couple days. All right. Cool. All right. Well, have a great day. Shelly, you have a great day. I got a list a mile long here. I don't even know where to start. I got to tell you my short moral for all the diehards that stayed around. So if you saw a picture of the shrimp broil, it turned out awesome, right? The picture looked great. It's like a picture of everybody having a good time, and you turn the camera off, everybody's pissed off fighting. So the shrimp broil looked great. Old Bay never really did it for me, right? So I bought this stuff. It was some Louisiana stuff, and it was really good. Dumb me put the whole bag in. I wasn't even thinking. I was like, put the whole bag in, right? I read the bag afterwards. It said it was enough seasoning for 65 pounds of shrimp and like 6 dozen crabs. I dumped the whole bag in 2 gallons of water. So, safe to say, I actually liked it. But everybody else's mouth was on fire. Like, and Julie's looking at me like, so we basically threw away like $100 in food because it was so hot. Oh my God! And the week before I forgot buns. We cooked out brats and dogs, and dumb me forgot buns. So this time I ruined the shrimp broil with too much seasoning. So hopefully it's a story that one day will be funny, because it wasn't funny at the time. So the bag that I got literally was for like 65 pounds of shrimp, and I dumped the whole bag in. So that's why we go out to eat all the time. Anyway, all right, y'all. Have a great day. We will see you on Wednesday. Thanks for watching over on YouTube and Twitter and, of course, Facebook.